I mean, the problem is with people is they don't want to repent. It, meaning, I mean, the Greek word is talking about to change the mind. It's talking about coming into agreement with God. And but people think that just confessing themselves a sinner from now until eternity is doing that. And that's the deception of the devil. Because all we're doing is coming into agreement with God concerning what is righteous. I mean, John is trying to describe this in 1 John 1:8 and verse 9, but people stop at verse 8 if we say that we have no sin. But Paul's describing that law of sin that the first man, Adam, sowed into the flesh of all mankind in Romans chapter 7, verse 23. He said, I see another law, other than the law of Moses that he just got through describing, that gave strength to sin, that Paul describes in 1 Corinthians 15:56 as sin's strength is not only the sting of death, but is also the strength of sin. And the same thing he's trying to describe in chapter 7 of Romans, verses 5 and 6. You know, that when we were in the flesh, the motions of or influences of sin, which were by the law, did work in our members to bring forth fruit unto death. But having died to the law, wherein we were held prisoners to sin, that he's trying to describe in Galatians chapter 3. You know, so having been delivered from the law that held us prisoners to sin, that we might serve God in newness of spirit and not the oldness of the letter, talking about the outward forms of the law that were according to the flesh, that Paul in Philippians chapter 3 calls his own righteousness, the glory of the flesh, as he describes it in Galatians chapter 4 and 5. The Jews trying to get the believers to be circumcised that they might glory in their flesh. But as Paul said, you know, circumcision availeth nothing, nor uncircumcision, but a new creature. I mean, we need to understand the truth that makes us free from sin. That Jesus said, if you continue in my word and my teachings and my sayings, you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. You know, what we got to understand, he who commits sin is the servant of sin, and a servant doesn't remain in the house forever, but a son does.